Psychology of people who don't use social media. You know that moment when everyone is pulling out their phones to capture the sunset, and there is one person simply watching it with their actual eyes. That person who says they are not on social media. And suddenly the whole room looks at them like they just confessed to living off the grid in a cave. That person is not a technophobe or a hermit. They might actually be protecting something most of us have already lost, without even realizing it. If you are someone who genuinely has zero interest in scrolling through Instagram at 2 in the morning, who does not feel the urge to document your coffee or broadcast your thoughts to strangers, you are about to understand why your brain works differently from the 4.9 billion people currently glued to their screens. Here is what nobody tells you. In 2026, not using social media is essentially a radical act. Neuroscience is beginning to uncover something remarkable about people who make this choice. Their brains may be wired to resist something the rest of us fell for without question. Let us start with the obvious. Why does everyone else care so much? Social media taps into one of the most primitive parts of the human brain, the need for social validation. When you post something and receive likes, comments, and shares, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that drives cravings for chocolate, physical pleasure, and competitive wins. The platforms were deliberately engineered by people who studied behavioral psychology to make them as addictive as possible. But here is where people who avoid social media become fascinating. They are not immune to dopamine. They simply receive it from different sources. Research shows their reward systems are less triggered by external validation and more activated by internal satisfaction. They do not need 200 strangers to approve of their vacation photo in order to feel the vacation was worth taking. The experience itself is the reward. Psychologists call this intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. Most social media users are perpetually seeking external validation to feel their lives have meaning. People who avoid social media have mastered something far more powerful. They validate themselves. And once you can do that, the entire game changes. There is a darker dimension to social media that many people are reluctant to acknowledge. It is not only about connection, it is about comparison. Every time you scroll, your brain is unconsciously measuring your life against everyone else's highlight reel. And you always lose that comparison because you are measuring your behind-the-scenes reality against someone else's edited, filtered, perfectly curated performance. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that limiting social media use to 30 minutes per day significantly reduced depression and loneliness. But people who avoid it entirely show even lower rates of anxiety and higher levels of life satisfaction, because they are not playing a game they can never win. They opted out completely. Consider what happens to your attention span when you are constantly immersed in social media. You are training your brain to crave quick bursts of novelty every few seconds. Scroll, scroll, dopamine hit, scroll again. People who do not use social media develop a fundamentally different relationship with attention. They can hold a single thought for more than 15 seconds. They can read an entire chapter without reaching for their phone. Brain imaging research supports this. Heavy social media users show decreased activity in the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for focus, decision-making, and impulse control. People who stay off social media are exercising that region every single day. But let us be honest about something. Some people avoid social media for the wrong reasons. Not because they have made a conscious choice, but because they are hiding. Perhaps they are afraid of judgment, terrified of being seen. That is fear-based isolation, not intentional solitude. So here's the question worth asking yourself. Are you avoiding it because it does not serve you, or because you are afraid of what might happen if you showed up? Because one is empowerment. The other is self-protection disguised as principle. For people who genuinely choose to remain offline, something deeper is happening. They have recognized that social media is not actually social, it is performance. Every post is a small audition for approval. Every story is a calculated move in an invisible game of status and perception. And people who opt out have looked at that game and decided it is not connection. It is theater. Real connection happens in 3 dimensions. It happens in the pause before someone answers a question, in the laugh that is too unfiltered for a video, in the moment that is too ordinary to photograph, but somehow perfect anyway. People who do not use social media understand that the best moments in life are not the ones you share. They are the ones you simply live. Here's something researchers discovered that surprises people. Those who stay off social media tend to have stronger real-world relationships. Not more relationships, but deeper ones. Because they are not spreading their social energy across 500 acquaintances they have not spoken to in a decade. They are investing it in the people who are actually present in their lives. Quality over quantity, depth over breadth. And consider the time. The average person spends more than 2.5 hours per day on social media. That is over 900 hours a year. 38 full days of your life, every single year, spent scrolling through other people's lives instead of building your own. People who do not use social media reclaim those 38 days, and they spend them reading, creating, thinking, and simply existing without an audience. There is a concept in psychology called continuous partial attention. It describes the state of being perpetually half-present. One eye on the moment, one eye on your phone, waiting for the next notification. You are never fully anywhere. People who avoid social media have escaped that trap. When they are with you, they are actually with you. They are not mentally composing their next caption while sitting across the table. Yet society treats these people as though they are peculiar. You are not on Instagram? How do you keep in touch with people? As if humans did not maintain meaningful relationships for thousands of years before social media existed. The truth is, people who do not use social media understand something the rest of us are learning the hard way. You do not need to broadcast your life to prove it is worth living. You do not need an audience to make a moment meaningful. There is also a creativity dimension worth examining. Artists, writers, and creators who step away from social media consistently report something unexpected. Their work improves. Instead of chasing algorithms and optimizing for engagement, they begin creating for themselves again. The work becomes about expression rather than performance. Social media has quietly transformed most people into personal brands, often without their awareness. You are no longer simply living your life. You are curating it, editing it, and marketing it to an audience composed largely of people who do not genuinely care. People who step away from that framework leave it entirely behind. They are not brands. They are simply people. And there is a freedom in that which most of us have forgotten exists. Now consider FOMO, the fear of missing out. It is the primary reason most people cannot quit social media even when they want to. But here is what people who stay offline have come to understand. Most of what you fear missing is completely inconsequential. It is digital noise. And the things that genuinely matter, the real gatherings, the authentic connections, those find you whether you are scrolling or not. Here is the uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to say plainly. Social media is engineered to make you feel inadequate and then pull you back in for relief. Every algorithm is optimized to surface content that triggers emotion, typically envy, outrage, or insecurity, because those emotions sustain engagement. People who do not use social media have removed themselves from a system specifically designed to make them feel like they are not enough. And what happens when you are no longer being told you are not enough? You begin to believe you are. Without the perfect photograph, the clever caption, the carefully constructed digital persona, you are free to simply exist. And in the current cultural moment, that is genuinely revolutionary. There is also the matter of memory. Studies show that when you are constantly documenting moments for social media, you actually remember them less vividly. Because instead of experiencing the moment, your brain is occupied with how to frame it, caption it, and share it. You are in performance mode rather than presence mode. People who do not use social media are building actual memories, not content. And before you assume this is an anti-technology argument, it is not. Social media is a tool. But like any tool, the essential question is whether it is serving you or you are serving it. People who do not use social media have answered that question honestly. This is not about judgment. If social media genuinely adds value to your life, that is worth acknowledging. But be truthful with yourself. Are you choosing to be there? Or are you compulsively checking because your brain has been conditioned by an algorithm that profits from your attention? People who do not use social media are not superior to anyone else. They have simply made a different choice. They have decided that their attention, their time, and their mental energy are worth more than what social media offers in return. And in a world that consistently trades your autonomy for convenience, that is a choice worth sitting with. If you are someone who does not use social media and people keep asking you why, here is what you can tell them. Tell them you choose presence over performance. Tell them you experience your life rather than document it. Or simply smile and say it was not for you. Because honestly, you do not owe anyone an explanation for living life on your own terms. The people who are not on social media are not missing out. They are living differently. And perhaps they are onto something the rest of us are too distracted to notice. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own. Every moment spent scrolling is a moment surrendered to someone else's agenda. People who stay off social media have recognized that. They have reclaimed their attention and redirected it toward what actually matters to them. If any of this resonates with you, know this. You are not strange. You are not antisocial. You are not missing out on life. You are living it. And in a world where everyone is performing their existence for an audience barely watching, that might be the most authentic thing a person can do. If this perspective speaks to you, like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.